everyone, this is Sakshi. You're watching Inventiva, and this is the crucial hour at 8, news from 8 to 8. Looking first at the national news, Anil Deshmukh appears before ED, saying allegations against him are false. Former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh appeared before the Enforcement Directorate or ED on Monday to record his statement about the money laundering case the central agency is probing against him. The National Congress Party or NCP skipped at least 4 summons issued by the ED in this case. INS Visakhapatnam to be commissioned on November 18, followed by INS Vela South. With the global focus on Indo-Pacific, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is expected to commission guided missile destroyer INS Visakhapatnam, the first of the 4 of its class on November 18 in Mumbai, to add more teeth to the Indian Navy. After all sea checks and trials, the stealth P-15B destroyer was delivered to the Indian Navy on October 28. Taliban mentality, says Yogi while targeting attacks Akhilesh Yadav for comparing Jinnah with Patel. On Monday, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath lashed out at Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav for speaking against India's first Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Pakistan's Muhammad Ali Jinnah in the same breath. I appeal to him and those like him to not hurt sentiments of people, says the MP minister. On Monday, Madhya Pradesh Home Minister Narottam Mishra warned of direct action against the Sabyasachi Mukherjee a day after the fashion designer withdrew his Mangal Sutra campaign, which drew a significant backlash from some people in the country, including the minister. Sabyasachi Mukherjee has withdrawn the objectionable advertisement after my post. If he repeats such a thing, then direct action will be taken. No warning will be given, Mishra said, according to the news agency ANI. Akhilesh Yadav not to contest next Uttar Pradesh Assembly polls. Akhilesh Yadav has even launched a slogan, Khadera Hobe, based on Trinamool Congress' massively popular poll cry during West Bengal Assembly elections, to claim that the Adityanath-led government will be driven away from Uttar Pradesh after the Assembly elections next year. Will give evidence of Nawab Malik's ties with the underworld after Diwali, says Fadnavis. On Monday, Bharatiya Janata Party leader Devendra Fadnavis hit back at Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik after allegedly running a drug cartel in Mumbai as the Chief Minister of the state. Fadnavis said that he would present the evidence of Nawab Malik's connection with the underworld after Diwali. Those who have relations with the underworld should not speak about me, news agency ANI quoted Fadnavis as saying. Commercial LPG cylinder price hiked by 266 rupees, no change for domestic use. Oil companies have hiked the price of commercial liquefied petroleum gas or LPG cylinders by 266 rupees starting Monday. However, the hike will not apply to domestic LGV cylinders in a significant respite of a comeback. Former Miss Kerala runner-up killed in road accident near Kochi. A former Miss Kerala and the runner-up in the same beauty pageant were killed in a road accident at Virtila near Kerala's Kochi after their car hit a motorcycle and totaled, police said on Monday. PM Modi highlights transparency, trusted sources for better supply chains. The summit at which the Indian Prime Minister spoke was attended by leaders of the European Union, the UK, Australia, Canada, Germany, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, the Netherlands, South Korea and Singapore. Talseema Nasreen alleges her Facebook account was banned for a week. Facebook has banned Talseema Nasreen from using her account before as well. Nasreen alleged on March 16 this year that Facebook barred her from using the platform for 24 hours. 3 women Maoists killed in encounter in Chhattisgarh, says police. Police identified the 3 as Raji Mushaki, Geeta Markam and Jyoti Nippon. A 12-bore gun, 2 country-made revolvers, a muzzle-loading rifle, 2 improvised explosive devices and other items from the site were recovered. On Kerala Day, President Kovind and PM Modi wished people a bright future. Kerala Day was observed after Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Kerala come into existence from the Madras state on November 1, 1956, after the linguistic reorganization of states. Narendra Modi to hold a meeting with 40 district magistrates. On November 3, virtual meeting will focus on districts where less than 50% of the population has taken the first shot of COVID-19 vaccine and an even lower percentage has been doubly vaccinated. PM Modi extends greeting to 5 states on their formation day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday extended his greetings to 5 states. Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh on their respective formation day. Greetings to my sisters and brothers of Andhra Pradesh on the state's formation day. No consensus on the proposed change to Khasi inheritance law. A sizable chunk of the indigenous population for whom the proposed bill, the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Khasi Inheritance of Property Bill 2021, is intended, believes that the way it has been announced without proper and adequate consultation seems to imply a premature attempt to move voters for the 2023 Assembly elections. The invisible churn in India's labour markets, a country's unemployment rate can increase or decrease over time, and people can move from one form of employment to another. But headline numbers on the employment rate and kind of employment do not tell us about the degree of churn in the labour market. Moving on to international news, Australia opens the door to Indians vaccinated with Covaxin. The decision to recognise Covaxin came a month after Australia gave its nod to Covishield. The move is set to benefit Indian students and professionals waiting to visit Australia or return. Teenage Stanford dropouts raise $60 million for 10-minute grocery delivery app Zepto. Zepto will be competing with multiple more giant online grocers such as SoftBank Group Corporation, backed Grofers, and the Google-backed Dunzo for a slice of the rapid grocery delivery segment. PM Modi in UK's Glasgow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has begun the United Kingdom leg of his European tour as he arrived in Glasgow on Sunday after concluding his 3-day visit to Rome on the sidelines of the G20 summit. PM Modi is scheduled to attend the 26th Conference of the Parties or COP26 and hold bilateral talks with his British counterpart Boris Johnson in the United Nations meet. Sputnik jab proves ineffective against resistant Russians. Some call it experimental, some don't. Trust the government, some even buy fake certificates as their country sees a record coronavirus surge. Russians are proving stubbornly resistant to the country's Sputnik V vaccine. Russia is among the countries worst hit by the COVID pandemic, and a devastating wave this autumn has seen infections and deaths reach new records with more than 1,000 fatalities per day. Pakistan may face fifth COVID-19 wave due to slow vaccination. Senior officials have informed that Pakistan could be facing the fifth wave of coronavirus in winter due to the slow pace of vaccination in the country. Spotlight for crisis in Afghanistan must fall on Zalmay Khalilzad. Former US Special Representative for Afghanistan, Zalmay Khalilzad, must be held responsible for the deeply flawed peace deal with the Taliban and the equally disastrous US withdrawal from the strife-torn country. Khalilzad was assigned by the Trump administration to seal a peace deal between the elected Afghan government and the Taliban as a natural choice, with him being born in Afghanistan as an ethnic Pashtun who was well aware of the fault lines of the Afghan culture reported in Dazai. Isolated China is cracking under the strain of keeping COVID-19 out. China has been able to break back successive waves of COVID-19 thanks to the widespread deployment of snap lockdowns, strict quarantines, and some of the world's tightest travel controls. Yet the strain is showing at its borders. Bolsonaro's security interest altercation as Brazil leader isolated at G20. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro's security detail allegedly used violence against Brazilian reporters covering his trip to Rome for the Group of 20 Major Economies meeting, local media reported on Sunday. The alleged attacks against Brazilian reporters, who Bolsonaro has long accused of treating him unfairly and publishing fake news, capped a grim weekend for the far-right president. Videos from G20 events showed him as an isolated figure who was not part of the photo taken at the Trevi Fountain with world leaders. Out of the streets of Rome, he was loudly criticized for his handling of the country's brutal pandemic, with critics calling him genocidal. Moving on to finance, October GST collection at 1.30 lakh crore rupees, second highest since GST implementation. Gross goods and services tax GST collection for the month of October came in at 1,30,127 crore rupees, the second highest collection since GST was implemented in July 2017 and second only to GST revenues collected in April 2021. The revenues for the month are 24% higher year-on-year, the Finance Ministry said in a statement on Monday. High valuation not a deterrent for India deals, says Partners CEO. Global private equity firm Partners Group Holding (AG) will not shy away from rich Indian valuations as it looks to aggressively expand its footprint in the world's second largest democracy, said a senior company executive. Excise collection 79% more than pre-COVID levels, says Delhi government. The government's collection from levy of excise duty on petroleum products has risen 33% in the first 6 months of the current fiscal when compared with the last year and is 79% more than pre-COVID levels, official data show. Data available from the Controller General of Accounts or CGA in the Union Ministry of Finance showed excise duty collections during April-September 2021 surging to over 1.71 lakh crore from 1.28 lakh crore rupees, more up in the same period of the previous fiscal. Dow futures rise more than 150 points on first trading day of November as investors await key Fed meeting. US stock futures posted a strong gain in early morning trading Monday as investors traded for the first trading day of November. Market's biggest bull sees year-end rally but warns it's setting up Wall Street for a scare next year. Chris Harvey's reign as the year's biggest bull won't extend into next year. The Wells Fargo Securities head of equity strategy, whose 2021 S&P 500 target is 4,825, predicts Wall Street will stage a vibrant year-end rally and then see a losing to 2022. And lastly, sports. In 7 points, how India can still qualify for semi-finals in T20 World Cups. 2 matches, 2 moral-crushing losses. The Indian cricket team, tagged as one of the toughest teams to beat in international cricket, have been humbled in the first 2 matches they have played in the ongoing ICC T20 World Cup in the UAE. We weren't brave enough, says Virat Kohli. This Indian team has been accused of wilting under pressure in big knockout games. Sunday's defeat against New Zealand has pushed them to the brink in this T20 World Cup, and the tension in the camp was evident from the moment skipper Virat Kohli lost the toss. Rohit Sharma's demotion indicates team management didn't trust him to face Trent Bolt, says Sunil Gavaskar. Rohit Sharma being pushed down to number 3 against New Zealand was an indication that the Indian team management did not trust the star opener to effectively counter the in-swing of Trent Bolt, Field's former captain Sunil Gavaskar. In World Boxing Championships, Nishant Dev, Sanjeet enter quarterfinals. Indian boxers Nishant Dev 71 kgs and Sanjeet 92 kgs made the quarterfinals of the AIBA Men's World Championships following impressive victories in their last 16 stage bouts here. Nishant defeated Mexico's Marco Alvarez Verde 3-2 in a late-night bout on Sunday to set up a clash with Russia's Vadim Muasir. Attacking intent for extra runs didn't come off, says Jasprit Bumrah. India's pace bowling spearhead Jasprit Bumrah on Sunday said that the batters tried to play an attacking game in a bid to give extra 30 runs to the bowlers on a dew-laden surface, as that was the communication from the team management. Novak Djokovic adopts wait-and-see attitude to Australian Open. Novak Djokovic says he will make his mind up about whether he defends his Australian Open title when an official decision is made regarding the rules surrounding players and COVID-19 vaccinations. New Zealand have virtually ensured India don't make the semis, says Virendra Sehwag. Former India batter Virendra Sehwag said that New Zealand have virtually ensured that Virat Kohli's side does not reach the semi-finals of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Mary Com's husband to fight Manipur polls, Keon Kohler, the husband of ace boxer Mary Com, has thrown his hat into the electoral ring and said he will contest the 2022 Assembly elections from Saiport ST Assembly constituency in Churachandpur district of Manipur. Shakib Al Hasan ruled out of T20 World Cup due to hamstring injury. Bangladesh all-rounder Shakib Al Hasan has been ruled out of the T20 World Cup with a hamstring injury, the country's cricket board said on Sunday. This is Sakshi from Inventiva Studios signing off. Till then, good night and do subscribe to our channel for daily updates.